Look at that.
Back. Gone. We have a chance.
Show dad.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11.
He's gone. He couldn't go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! ¡Gol!
Well, there's a long ball through, and
oh my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch. Incredible Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Fed on through, and here's Rust. Rust delays to Kopic. Walton can tip it. Bryant with the save.
Oh, you gotta get a shot here.
Final seconds. Bryant for the win. Bang!
Oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Earth2 Sports Talk. Wait, no, that's not welcome. Happy New Year, and welcome to another episode of Earth2 Sports Talk with Weds and Mo. I am Weds.
Yo, Mo.
Wow, look at you two.
You know, guys, the new year means the new year just means you getting more of the same Earth2 Sports Talk because
it's not New Year. Like
Mo ain't changing, bro.
Mo ain't changing at all. Same old Mo.
Forget that. Got better chance of winning the lottery if we're being honest.
That's wild. Oh man, but yeah, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us. And Mr. Jake,
welcome.
Welcome.
How are you guys?
I'm good. You know, it's the new year. Can't complain.
I see you. I see you're repping the Yankee stuff. Way to go!
It's only my third day here, bro. I don't know what's going on.
It's only my third day.
It's only my third day, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yo, we're all laughing. Well, I know we're laughing for like different reasons because that third day is hilarious because it's January 3rd, but it's also when most say, you know, it's only my third day here, he's referring to a little Uzi.
Yeah. It's only my third. But no, let's get serious for a little second. To be honest, I didn't know we were gonna do a show today. I mean, given what is currently, you know, what happened last night, which my opinion is sad. You know, like you never want to see that happen to anyone ever in any sport. So like that was crazy, and to talk sports, but like at the end of the day, this is a show that we do, and you know, because I'm like, damn, that happened Monday Night Football. It's Tuesday, we gotta go talk sports. But I feel like, you know, it's a good thing for us to do, for one, you know, because sports is still our thing, right? And then two, this is something. Wait, it's today? No, today's Tuesday. Wow.
It's Tuesday.
And two, this is you know, it happened. It's as unfortunate as it is. It happened on. It's something that we will end up talking about, and you know, player safety, sports safety is all in question. Everybody's talking about everything, but you know, I feel like we should touch on it for a little bit and then jump right into sports, because you know, I don't want to dwell on that. You know, it's unfortunate what's going on. There's no news, there's nothing new, there's no discoveries, there's no news on his condition. So it sucks to sit down and stay there and keep talking about it, but I'm not gonna do that.
It's one of those cases where no updates is not a good sign. So, you know, but like you said, we could just, you know, I mean, you know, prayers for him, and you know, hoping he recovers. And man, that's oof.
Yeah. And a game as impactful as that is crazy. You know,
crazy impactful game. We're talking like young safety, like.
Oh wait,
all right.
Did Jake get off screen to go put on Seahawks gear? I'm very confused. Like,
yeah, all right, cool. You know what? Thank you, Jake, for ruining the show.
Right, like we're over here being all somber and whatnot. We're about to do a minute of silence,
and he goes, just, you know, like ruining the show with
So
his Seahawks.
hold on, real quick. So I don't know if this is true because I didn't do the research on it, but they said the 4 most nastiest football injuries have happened on that field.
I
They
have
said
no idea about that. I didn't do
I
any research
saw
on
that,
That's
but
crazy.
just like you, I didn't look into it.
I'll have to do some research on it. But they said Ryan Shazier, Tua's injury earlier this
Oh
year,
yeah, Ryan
and
Shazier
then
definitely happened there.
who was that
Definitely
third
the
one?
neck injury. Wait, was Tua playing them when he had his head injury?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Tua had like two separate head injuries.
Yeah, I'm saying
The first
one.
major one where he missed like 4 weeks. That was against Buffalo.
I was
Yeah.
against Buffalo, but I thought that was at home.
Wait,
No, that was.
I thought that was at home. Yeah, they played Buffalo at home.
that was at home.
Won
That was
that
at home.
game. Yeah, and then they have to play Buffalo
Yeah.
away. Yeah, but
Definitely a moment of silence for him and his family because I mean,
no one ever wants to see their family member just like stand up and just collapse.
He just collapsed like
so
that. Yeah.
I didn't watch the game last night. I woke up to Mo and my wife talking about it on Facebook, and I was like, what the hell happened? Because all of a sudden, me and Mo are facing each other in fantasy, and I was like, postponed. Why would they? Unless I was like, it's a major storm. Why would they postpone a football game? And so I was looking at it while I was getting ready, and I was like, oh God, like Jesus Christ, what the hell happened?
Yeah, and then, I thought about bringing the clip on the show, but it's something where I'm like, damn, I don't want to see it again. And even though it wasn't like it wasn't like a hit, it wasn't like a mate. It was. You got to think about the mental state of a T. Higgins right now. Like, what are you thinking? Like, are you sick to your stomach right now because it was your what are you thinking to yourself? Like, I hope he's okay.
No, but I mean, what you call it? In a case like that, there's almost like no right way to feel,
right?
And because nobody can really tell you how to feel based on that, because not too many people can say they've been in a similar situation.
No.
Like if any, right? And then but at the same time, you're thinking like, yo, I've done everything right. Like when it comes to the game of football, I've played right. It was a legal hit. Like when you think like when you think about like the steps that that you took, you're like, yo, and now you start thinking backwards. Like, what could I have done differently? Maybe if I had moved my arm this way. Maybe if I had done this. Like, because those are all thoughts going through your head, but no way to really just like say what's right, what's wrong, how you should feel, how you should think, because again, it's not something that anybody could tell you like, okay, well, based on my experience, XYZ.
No, there's no, and I think why something like that shocked the football world is there's nothing like that has ever happened in football. Yes, there've been broken bones, been broken necks, maybe but players always give a thumbs up when they're getting carted off the field, right? Anytime something happens.
Even when Earl Thomas decided to still a thumbs up, he'll read between the lines.
Yeah,
like that's what he did.
There's always been a player reaction, right? No one has ever had to see their team 10 minutes. Insane. When because what happened was I was watching the game and I'm like, why? I left for a second. I came back and I'm like, why is what's really good? And Stephon Diggs is balling. Tre'Davious White is inconsolable. Like, I'm like, what's really? And then they show the impact. I'm like, nothing crazy happened, but it's timing. You hit the chest at the right moment, and boom, heart stops, and player goes down.
That just goes to show how I mean, even. Can we all agree that football nowadays isn't as physical as it was back then with regulars?
Yes, and I'm super thankful for
it. But
that
still goes to show how crazy physical of a sport it is.
Yes, I mean we have had this conversation like all season, right? We've had this conversation on whether football.
Not only do we have the conversation, one of my all-time favorite clip from this show is when we were talking. I think we were talking about the Ravens versus the Steelers. Like, I remember that for sure. And then Jake, of course, said, Jake said, I think Jason said something like, oh yeah, for the physicality has reduced in football. And I said, so has the CTE. And I'm like, I still remember that clip because I'm like, yo, that's
funny. It's not funny.
But like Jake was saying, even though the game has taken a turn, like, it has gotten, safer. But regardless of that, it is still a very physical game because when you're talking about like you're talking, that many men, men of that size, that strength, that speed, you're hitting each other, hitting each other like that's like
it's
take
crazy
away
though.
take away the ball. It looks like a battlefield.
Yes.
Like
you're running into each other at full speed. The craziest thing about it is, so I did a lot of research into sports incidents where players collapse on the field, right? So in baseball, a pitcher took a ball to his chest, boom, collapsed. Roger Miller, Cameroonian soccer player, died on the football field. So like things have happened, but it's never happened in football like this, so no one knows what to do with it. As you can see, you saw the NFL yesterday, the refs, and Jake, I know you weren't watching it live. I was watching it live. So the refs gave them 5 minutes on the field to gather themselves together to get right back to playing this game. And
I heard about that too.
I'm about to sound insensitive as fuck because we're playing each other, and I'm like, Justin Jefferson, Jay Jettis got locked up on Sunday. So
Alexander,
right? See, like, and I'm like, I just need a decent. I don't even need a monster game. A decent game from Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, and I could take this game. And guess what?
And remember, so there's 2 weeks, by the way.
I know, but you need one. I need one. I need one. Right. So I'm about to sound insensitive. So I was looking at my fantasy. Yes, so this is a game so someone on the internet said this is a game with heavy implications, playoff seeding and everything. But all of that is irrelevant because a player is fighting for his life. So none of that matters, right? And I think the NFL and the coaches and the players did a great job of stepping off the field and trying to collect themselves. And when they couldn't, it's just like, we can't play this game. Because
all power to those head coaches, because I read in an interview that the refs wanted to get like 5 minutes to come back on the field.
Yeah.
And both head coaches were like, no, fuck that. We ain't doing that. Everybody get off the field. There's more important things to do. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's husband. That's your teammate. We need to be around him.
Yeah. Like that. Like, because again, wow, it's really shocking because he falls, right? It takes them 10 minutes for them to resuscitate him, get him breathing on his own, to get him to a trauma center. That's crazy. How do you expect me to now look at that as his brother, his teammate, his friend, and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna continue playing this sport right now, today.
Not knowing what's going on with his friend, your friend, your teammate, your brother. Like not knowing that. He's like, oh yeah, let's go play football. I'm sure he'll be fine. No, you can't ask somebody. You can't ask that of somebody.
I mean, it's unfair.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, we're not even in the NFL. If someone in our office collapsed, like, do you think everyone is going home for the day?
Yeah, exactly. Or listen until you know that or listen until you know that this person is okay, they're stable and stuff like that. But until then, it's like, you can't ask somebody to make that decision. But before you go, Jake, I just wanted to address the comment from Berkeley. I mean, that's fair. It's fair that that it could have happened in any kind of way. But the thing is, though, it didn't happen any kind of way. Like, if somebody is carrying groceries up and down in the house, it's not happening. It's not likely to happen that way. And this, on the other hand, is different. Because we not only did it happen, we watched it happen. For me, that's one of the difference. Like, so many people sat there and watched, this man collapse, and and now we have no idea what's going on. So it's like, I hear in terms of it could have happened any type of way, but it didn't.
Yeah, and that's I think what's crazy is a lot of things were reactionary. So I made a reactionary post on Facebook yesterday. I was like, if I have kids and I'm playing football, and then I thought about it. Like, that's why I went and did all the research to find out, like, in all other sports, because it's happened in other sports. It's happened in hockey. It's happened in baseball. I know baseball and soccer are like one of the two. Like, soccer, for a fact, is one of the two, because you're running up and down, and, you catch a rogue ball to the chest and all of that. That literally a player, I think, chested the ball because you could control the ball with your chest and fell down. So things happen. So I kind of want to apologize for making the reactionary post.
Yeah, especially when you have certain guys with with a cannon for an arm and you catch that ball to the chest. Yeah. That's such speed. And I love that comment. I love that comment. I love this comment.
He proved himself to be less than a scumbag.
So, boys, gentlemen, just real quick, because it's on my mind and it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking from personal experience, and when my mom passed away, she didn't have a heartbeat for 26 minutes. So, that 10 minutes, so much could have happened. So, the fact that they got him back alive and he's healthy and getting healthy and all that stuff is amazing, because for me, I remember when my mom passed away, those 26 minutes felt like a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, also, I can imagine those players on the field.
Number two, there was also another brutal hit that happened to Mo's team on Sunday, because Nick Foles and his hit, that was a rough hit to watch too.
Right. And there's controversy with that, which we are going to talk about later. No, who's Mo's team? You mean the Commanders?
I was talking about the Colts. Oh, sorry, Mo's
former
team. 15 weeks
ago.
No,
Mo's AFC team. All right, but let me just go ahead and read real quick the statement from the Bills.
Hold on. Before that, one last thing though. Berkeley, we know, you weren't trying to make light of it. It was just, something that I just popped into my head, but sorry. Go ahead, continue.
All right. So, a statement from the Bills: Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit in our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to the University Cincinnati Medical Center for further testing treatment. He's currently sedated and listed in critical condition. This was as of 6 o'clock Eastern this morning, 7 Eastern this morning. So, something to keep watch on. Again, there's been nothing. It's been, nothing coming out of there. And I'm just hopeful. And, we've got to send positive energy to him and his family. And because, man, that would be, I don't, I'm not going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I'm hoping it's one of those cases where, they're not trying to give up and down type of news. They're just making sure that he's all good, he's stable.
If I was the Buffalo Bills, I would be absolutely silent about everything, because the sports world, everybody drama, everybody
the hot takes rumors, and all that.
Yeah, keep it silent. And if he wants to give news when he recovers, or his family wants to say something, let them say something. If the Bills go and say anything about it, that would be ridiculous of them, in my opinion.
It becomes a hot take, and
somebody. I'm sure you guys were on Twitter. You guys were on TikTok today. There's been so many people making stupid posts about Stephon Diggs said that he was allowed in the hospital even though he's not family. Blah blah blah. And, so much stupid stuff on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which is why I'm trying to stay as far away from it as possible, to be very honest. So I got that screenshot from, I was watching football in the football Good Morning Football, and that's where I got that screenshot from. Otherwise, I don't know any news about it. I've stayed away from it. I'm not arguing with anyone on it. People are posting other sports analysts or writers' takes on it. I will not defend or speak on that. So that has nothing to do with it.
And in my opinion, we did the right thing. And the only thing that you can do at this moment is say prayers to him and prayers to his family and his teammates, because it was a crazy freak accident and he deserves to be healthy. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and he has a foundation. His GoFundMe was 200,000. It's at 5 million right now. Shout out to Chris Jericho, donated twice. I mean, so there's positive stuff coming out of this crazy situation, and just keep the positive energy going and keep the positive stuff happening. Let's hit sports real quick. Let's do our rundown on what this week in sports. Where do we start? Do we start Thursday night?
Let's start fresh. Donovan Mitchell decided he's going to channel his inner Will Chamberlain and give us 70 piece Like,
I
when
mean,
Did you see that he got drug tested? By the way,
yes, I would definitely do that because what?
As he
Listen,
should be.
Let me
Because
ask you a question though.
hold on,
Has
hold on,
Luka
hold
been
on.
drug tested?
Hold on.
Donovan Mitchell got drug tested for scoring 70 points.
I think Luka should get drug
First
tested
of all,
for scoring 60.
He absolutely should be. You know, he absolutely should be drug tested because who wakes up on a random like Sunday or Monday night? When did this happen? No, last night.
Yeah, last night.
Sunday
last night, bro. It happened
night.
last night. Yes.
Who woke up on a random Monday night and decided, you know what? I choose violence. 70. So yeah, he should be drug tested. I'm happy he was.
My fantasy team loves it.
Oh, you got basketball.
Nobody cares, Jake.
I don't know.
Hey, the algorithm didn't pick that team. Okay.
Oh wow. I don't know how to play fantasy basketball. I've been trying to get into fantasy basketball. I don't know how to play it, so I try not to do it.
I don't play well. I'm not good at it. First of all, I'm not good at fantasy sports. Period. Not good at fantasy sports.
Fantasy sports doesn't like you.
No, and that's fair. I accept it because I'm good at other things, so I'll accept it.
Hey, Mo, remind me who was his top 5 running back that he picked this year?
Wow. Okay,
Jake is choosing violence. Nah, he's choosing Paris.
Jacob.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey,
why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Like, why do you hate me?
It ain't y'all. I don't hate you. I wasn't the one who brought it up.
Hold on. He brought it up. You said the name. You said the name that triggers me.
I was asked a question.
I didn't say
he asked me a question.
Was the top 5 running back that you
Jake asked a question. You answered it. You both part of the problem.
All I did was answer a question.
Spartan rules, okay?
All I did was answer
the messenger in the message, okay?
No, but that was an impressive performance by Donovan. That was an impressive performance by Donovan though.
Yeah,
70. Like honestly, like it's been a crazy like 2 weeks in the NBA because Luka did 61 a couple nights ago, 61 triple double.
Yeah,
but LeBron dropped 47 on his birthday. So go ahead.
No, but hold on, he didn't just do 71. He did 71 with 9 boards and 11 dimes.
Bruh,
he did it while
he was passing the ball.
He did it while shooting almost 60%.
Correct.
Like, he did everything. So, yeah, that made you violent. So, that's one thing that happened.
But it's been a couple of wild weeks in the NBA because Luka dropped 61 2 weeks ago. LeBron 47 on his birthday, and then LeBron another 40 burger last night as well. And no, LeBron's 47 was in Atlanta, and that was crazy, bro. Like because
I can't help you.
Okay.
My wife is here. Yes.
Oh hey.
Sorry, forgot.
Hey wife. And then I think people were looking for Atlanta to do something to mess up LeBron's birthday, but he's like, nah, not today, bro. He took off a 40 burger and he dropped another 40 burger the next game, and then but let's forget that Luka's done 61, 50 plus, and like what is really going on in the NBA?
One more thing. Clay did 54 last night too. So let's not forget that. Clay did 54.
Who?
I'm sorry, what? His mama call him Clay, so you call him Clay.
And then the guy you don't like, the light-skinned guy in Phoenix.
Why you want to delay Wetson?
Oh, come on. The light-skinned guy in Phoenix. He also dropped.
What did she ask?
She said, "Why you're lagging a little bit."
I'm saying, and what did she ask? I don't know what. I don't know.
Why are you on a delay?
I don't know.
Yeah, that ain't my fault. I try. I'm good on my
side piece. Do you guys watch?
I'm on Wi-Fi.
Side piece.
Side piece.
Jake, you telling on yourself.
Jake telling on himself.
Telling all on himself. Gotta go.
Wow.
Enjoy your life, people.
Do you guys watch Dude Perfect? Because Luka was on Dude Perfect and it was hilarious.
Oh, it was? Nah, I didn't see it. You should send the clip to the chat. But nah, Luka and like honestly, we talked about this last week, right? who is the potential MVP of the league, and
Yeah.
you said it couldn't be Luka because he's just white James Harden.
No, but no.
You said he's in the mix,
No.
but it's not gonna be him.
No. I said in terms of people that could win it, I said Jokic, of course, because the numbers are there. Tatum to me is in top and running, but of course Luka's in there. And then I think at the end I even mentioned, like, I was like, should Ja be in there considering the team is number one? You know,
correct.
I remember what I said, so I'm like, so
no.
Luka's in the mix.
You said,
but I'm saying though,
I don't think Luka's gonna win it because white James Harden.
But James Harden won MVP that year, didn't he?
He did win MVP.
Yeah.
That year, though.
So white James
know.
Harden, man.
Luka is exciting to watch right now. I don't understand. He is just so exciting to watch.
You know what? So okay. Granted, what he's doing is amazing, but I've seen this movie before.
I mean, yes. It's still exciting. Like, it's no matter what, even though we know the end.
You know what? That's fair, because again, sometimes I watch the original of a movie and the remake, so it's cool.
I was about to say, don't you watch your favorite movie over and over? Like, oh no, like, yeah, you know how it ends, but certain parts are still exciting.
I was going to choose evil and say the Pittsburgh Steelers documentary about did you hear us?
Oh my gosh. Hey, you said Franco Harris or Najee Harris? Which of the Harris?
I said Najee Harris.
Najee Harris. Got you. Okay.
Weds, it's so quiet.
Right. Question though. What if this is for you, Wetson? What if LeBron averages 30 points this season? Like, what if he by the end of the season he's LeBron James has pulls his average up to 30 points this season? How would that look? I mean, for the lay legacy,
bro. At this point, there's nothing LeBron needs to do now for his legacy. As of right now, no matter how you flip it, he's either number one or number two greatest basketball that ever lived, and that's a worldwide consensus. Like, nobody's gonna tell you otherwise. So it's like, so at this point, like, no matter what he does now, the people who don't see him as one, not gonna see him as one, and people who don't see him as two, we're not gonna see him as two. Like, whatever he's doing now, and I'm actually glad, like, you like watching him play for the last couple of years, because now it looks like he's actually enjoying the game. He's actually having fun.
He's having fun.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, because
Wetson, there's a question for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, sir. Like, come on now. Like, I'm sorry. Wait, was that a serious question? Because come on, Anthony, we're better than this. But yeah. So I'm saying this. So like I'm saying, for so long he played with a chip on his shoulder because again, the pressure of coming into the league and being told you're the next big thing and actually living up to it. Oh, come on, Anthony. But yeah, so actually like living up to it from even so even during the time where it's like at some point like he went from being like be loved to being loved so much to being like somewhat hated by some, and then he accepted his role as a villain. Then he tried to being a prodigal son. Like, he's done all this with a chip on his shoulder. Every single move has been done with a chip on his shoulder. So the last couple
what's really
years,
bad is like every like moment you're like talking about, I can imagine him like when he went to the Heat, when he came back to the Cavaliers, when he went to the Lakers, like
so it's like everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, finally, like, it looks like now he's actually playing and actually having fun and enjoying the game. Early on, he was faking the fun. Like, when he was like doing handshake with his bum ass teammates in Cleveland, he was faking the fun. Then he started enjoying it. He started actually enjoying it in Miami. But then he got villainized. When they lost in 2014. Oh, LeBron couldn't do the XYZ. So now it's like,
I think Dirk would have beat anybody that year, bro.
Bro, first of all, 2011, Dirk did beat everybody that year. Dirk beat everybody that year.
Right. And then
Dirk went through the Lakers a year after they won the championship. Went through OKC with Harden, Westbrook, KD, although young, went through them, went through who else they went through in the West, and then was it the Clippers? I don't know who else they went through. And after that, they wouldn't clap the Heat. Like they were going to beat everybody.
Yeah, I think when it's your year, it's just your year. Like they was like we've talked about that, right? They were just it was crazy.
Bro,
Because it's funny.
I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan, bro. They dog walk the Lakers. They dog walk the Lakers like yo.
My with that finals is because like every time people want to talk about it, they only talk about the Heat. No one ever talks about what the Mavericks had to do to get to that fucking
But here's
point.
But here's the thing, though. You know how sports is. Sports is all about a story. Sports is all about a narrative.
Correct.
And when those three did something that's never been done, Wade, Bosh, and Braun join up together. Something that's never been.
It was done a couple years ago in the East.
Okay. No, I'm saying okay, no. When I say never been done, in terms of like players actually, like orchestrating and making this happen for themselves. True. Because before that, guys just woke up and be like, oh hey, all 7 of you traded. Why? We got KG, so we don't need y'all. So
what happened to the Lakers and their power? Well, try to have a power team where they had Peyton, Kobe, Shaq, Malone, and all them. Then they all agreed to go to the same team.
Gary Payton was 77 years old.
They were all pretty old. And I'm just saying, but I mean, everybody said that was going to be a crazy team.
Again, we're talking like Karl Malone was playing since before black people had rights. What do you mean, like?
Wow, look at Mo trying to hold that. Come on, Mo, you can laugh. It's okay.
No. You know the craziest thing about the Lakers is like we've seen the Lakers. You were saying something about I've seen this movie before. We've seen the Lakers like when they got Westbrook, AD, and people were like, "Oh my God, they're sold." We've seen that before though, because there was a point when they got Steve Nash. This is not the first time the Lakers have gone to like elderly statespeople, like grandpas and grandpas. It's not the first time.
No, it's not. But you know the things though. Usually we give the Lakers a pass when they do it because we know eventually something's gonna come out of it. They're gonna get a championship here, a championship there. They're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna make the finals. They're gonna make they're gonna make something. The reason why people hate it when the Knicks do it is because they do all that just to get eliminated in the first round.
Yes. Ooh, thank you for bringing it back to New York. Brooklyn.
Ooh.
Remember, the question was asked in the beginning of the season, and I think I asked it again a couple weeks into the season.
Who's going to implode first?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is cooking.
Yo, and they're even saying like if Brooklyn does this year and KD wins his third ring, does he go top 5? That was the question.
No.
He's not going to the top 5?
No.
What?
I would say KD's top 10.
But wait, is he top 10 right now? Is he top 10 right now?
No.
So if
Steph is ahead of him.
So
Steph is ahead of him.
If he wins one right now by himself, technically himself, everything is like one of the best point guards. He's not point guard, but he's one of the best point guards ever. And he won a ring. So you're saying if he wins one right now in Brooklyn as Batman, right? Because he doesn't go top. He's not a top 5 player all time.
No.
Okay.
Because hold on, Mo. If that puts him in top 5, no question for you. Question for you.
Right.
No, hold on. Question for you, Mo. Who's your top 5 right now?
You already know the answer to that.
No, I'm asking you, please. Sir, I don't think the podcast. No, let's remind the people.
Okay, let's remind the people. Go James. Okay, Jordan. Kobe. Is Wilt. Was it Shaq? Was it Shaq? I think it was Shaq, right?
I don't remember. But okay, so if KD wins the one, who do you take off?
Shaq, easy. If Shaq is my number 5, KD wins one, Shaq easy.
Okay. All right. I'll accept it.
Wow.
Yeah,
but
it's difficult because Shaq is one of the most dominant. He is the most dominant.
How do you not have Kareem up there?
Oh, Kareem.
no. I was gonna mention that, but I decided to let him rock with his 5 because again, because all he's saying is the fact that he would put KD in the top 5. He would take off Weds number 5, so that's fair. And Anthony, yes, I'm saying KD's not top 10 right now. I'm saying KD's not top 10 of all time. I could name 10 players, I would put ahead of KD, including Steph.
I can't believe that. I'm having such a hard time.
You could believe whatever you want.
No, I'm just saying I'm having such a hard time.
Yeah, but I'm putting you can't do that. You can't do that having a top. Hold on. You can't do that having a top 5. Just say top 5 old school, top 5 new school. That's a top 10, bro. No, like I'm saying that top 5 is top 5. I don't care what era they're from, because there are people.
It's all mixed in.
Like
right?
Because guess what? Like we're not gonna separate top 10 from this year to that year. That's how we end up with Real Housewives of down the street. Like no,
hold on.
Maybe
we should have a special podcast on like Thursday where we go through the top like decade of players for just that. That way we can separate it for Anthony. Like in the 60s, 70s, 80s.
I'm not doing that.
What?
But I get it. That's a great concept. I'm not going to see. I'm
not doing that. You know why? Because I would name like four people from the 60s that I care a little bit about.
And that'll be it. Like all those
plumbers,
right
now, Oscar,
all those plumbers and electricians. Like
Will.
When I get to the 90s, there's a bunch of plumbers and electricians. Like, come on now, like people that were going to drink beer after work, instead they went to go play basketball, and then they
you had athletes going against the LA Fitness League. Like, come on now.
I'd say it's still
not Michael Jordan pulling up at LA Fitness, dunking on everybody, talking about the greatest of all time. So I'm sorry. That's disrespectful. But if we did do a top 5 of all decades, KD would definitely be number 3 in this era.
Top 5 what? If we do top 5 what? All decade?
No, it's in the last 10 years. KD would be number 3 easy. Like there's no.
So it would be what? Bron, Steph, and then KD.
I didn't say what order. But he's gonna be top 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm asking. You say he's gonna be top 3. I'm not
giving you. I'm not doing an order. I'm not doing an order.
Oh, you're punking out, Mo. Because to me, it looks like
I'm not doing that.
Knowing you, okay, it's easy.
I'm not doing that, bro.
You gotta go with Braun as 1 easily. I mean, anybody with a brain, is gonna pick Braun at 1 for all decade for the past 10 years. Now, you might like KD, but you can't deny Steph.
But I think
so. You can Steph at 2.
No, but I'll tell you this. See, this is my argument. This is my argument for KD, right? Is that KD was doing it for way longer before Steph got as hot as he did to get to the point he. But
KD was doing what for way longer?
KD was
existing.
KD was more known.
Hold on, that's because KD's been around longer. KD's been around since the Supersonics. Like, come on now.
Correct. I mean, Steph has been in the league. Steph was in the league when we were still wearing baggy shorts. Okay, so let's not do that because we were still wearing baggy shorts. But
also, Steph spent like the first 3 years not once playing over 40 games.
Hurt.
Exactly. So that gives KD another 3 years. That's KD another 3 years of being KD and saying Steph hasn't been doing it. But guess what? The moment Steph got on, Steph he never takes his foot off the gas.
Hold on. Here, this is gonna settle it. Did KD go to the Warriors or did Steph go?
Hold on, Anthony. I'm glad you said that because every single person who ever mentioned KD and the Warriors, that's the first thing they say. But I'm gonna give you a quick stat. Look it up yourself. Do the research. I already did it for you, but I'm gonna let you do it yourself too. The entire time KD was in the Warriors, Steph averaged more points than him and played more games than him. So when KD hit a shot in front of LeBron, he hit a shot in front of LeBron, and beat his chest, it's because 3 other defenders was watching Steph. So, don't get it twisted in terms of, KD was ahead of Warriors.
This is a good point, right? This is a good point in terms of that. But we do it for all sports, though, if we're being honest, because in football, we're over here saying Tom Brady's the GOAT, right? Is one of the greatest of all times, right? Even I don't think
No,
but like,
no. The greatest of all time, sir.
One of
Come
the
on now.
greatest of all times. Even I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a quarterback who lived in a system for 6 of his. It was 6, right?
6 or 7 championships, yes.
Yeah, he lived in that system. Like Eli twice. But that's neither here nor there, right?
You know what's funny is you do this for we can do this for every position and any sport. One of the first conversations I had with Wedson was we sat down at BJ's and we had a conversation about every top 3 players at each position in football.
Yeah,
and of course we give each other shit all that, but literally you can have that for so many.
Basically, hold on. Jake is saying when you give 2, like sports heads a bunch of beer, this is the conversation that you end up having.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What do you say? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Switching team. Blah 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 blah. The dude got bounced. Okay, in the Eastern Conference. Like I'm not doing this. Today is not the day for that. But all I'm gonna say is when you're playing plumbers and electricians. Let's move on. Let's move on to football.
You're being disrespectful because plumbers keep your house, keep pipes flowing. Electricians light up your house.
I respect them for doing that.
So you can get on a podcast and talk smack about plumbers and electricians.
Hey, I just want to know where's the guy that owes me a Sue Bird jersey? I haven't seen him for like a month now.
Drunk. He's been missing.
Yeah, where's drunk? I'm collecting jerseys now. I need my jersey.
Let's move on to football real quick. Before we move on to football, let's do Lawrence Taylor way ahead at number 1. He changed the way for I can see that. I could definitely see that. Anyway, let's move on to football. Before we move on to the NFL, talk about college football real quick. So TCU beat the dog nonsense out of Michigan to make it to the Natty, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I think is most impressive about that game, because I watched that game, in the first half of that game, Michigan was nowhere to be found. Michigan now fakes like they're going to come back in the second half of the game, makes the games interesting, but still doesn't win. But what I think is impressive because TCU went from 5-7 last year to being in the national to playing for the national championship. The portal works. That's all I wanted to say.
Mo, how bad would you feel if you were a Buckeye fan? How bad would you feel right now?
I would not do the show with you. I would not do the show with you. No, Anthony, we definitely switch to football.
We're not switching from the last comment. Which comment? That KD's not top 5? He's not. That he's not ahead of Curry. He's not. What's the last one? The one you mentioned about LeBron will never be as good as MJ. Okay, yeah.
I think it was the plumbers and electricians. I think that was the
plumbers and electricians. Oh yeah, no, most disrespectful to plumbers and electricians. So yeah.
If you're a plumber and electrician and Mo calls you, don't go to his house. Let him fix it.
Wow, that's messed up. I would never do that.
In fact, go to the house, do the work. But if you're an electrician, mix a couple of wires. So
if you're a plumber,
hey, Weds is a top. Okay. Weds is top 5 LA Fitness from the corner. So respect the man. All right. Top 5 LA Fitness from the corners. Like chill out,
sir. I'm just lethal from 30 feet out, sir. Don't put some respect on my name.
Wes is Steph at LA Fitness. Let's calm down.
How freaking true is that?
6'3", 250 pounds, and will shoot the lights out. Okay, like what should be on the
every time me and Weston would go to the gym, we'd play basketball for an hour before anything else.
Wes should be a tight end. Okay, you should be blocking.
I remember this guy. This little tiny 5'5" guy was like, "Don't let him shoot from the corners," and I was like, "What are you gonna do? You're 5'5", he's 6'3". What are you gonna do?
Yo, I can't.
Kick him in his chin, make him fall over. It's okay.
I can't fucking breathe. Oh man, I can't.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
What's bad
real
is Wetson probably
quick.
remembers the guy I'm talking about. It's okay.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh man,
Anthony. I'm not top 1,000. I 100% believe it. Best believe I'll still cook
LA
you. Though.
Fitness though.
Like, come see me, yo. Listen, come see me at LA Fitness, though, bro. I will cook
At
you.
Gramercy on the blacktop.
I'm pulling up in black Air Force Ones. All right.
Wetson is LeBron James from the logo on the blacktop. What you talking about?
Why do I feel like this is White Man Can't Jump version 2? Like, come on.
Weston's dribbling the ball down, wiping his hands on his shirt. He's looking at you disrespectful and disgusting.
Oh, no. Wetson walks over to the sideline with a fake chalk and does the LeBron little air toss.
Oh, how dare you try to guard me? Like, are you okay? Weston pulls back and he's jogging back. Like, so respect.
It's like, yo,
I'm trying to talk about Georgia and Ohio State real quick. Oh man, so Georgia and Ohio State.
Well, hold on. Wetson, you need a shirt that says "Put some respect on my name," and it's
really that's what you should wear next week on the next show.
LA Fitness on the bottom.
Can we move on to Georgia, please?
LA Fitness needs to sponsor Wetson.
How funny would that be? If Wetson and some old white woman on the freaking photo.
Hey, LA Fitness. You have my email. You know where to find me.
They do have your personal information, bro. It's not even difficult. Hey, no, okay. Georgia and Ohio State. I was in the state of Georgia at the time. Let's be very, very clear that I was downtown watching that game, and at one point I was gonna throw up because I'm like, we're not about to lose in our house in the Peach Bowl. Like, that's fucking crazy, right? So I'm watching the game. I mean, honestly, Stetson Bennett is not the greatest quarterback ever. He's Taylor Heineke of college football, but he's very, very, like, I think he has ice in his veins at some points in the game, because what he did at the end of that game to bring Georgia back and then put him ahead. Granted, he put him ahead with like 2 minutes left, and I was like, how dare you leave that much fucking time on the clock? Because Ohio State had been killing Georgia's defense all game.
But the thing is, he couldn't he couldn't risk try burn a more clock and not get it.
Bro,
because then the people would have they would have been outraged. So
I know. Yeah. Man, because he scored. I was like, yo, they just scored, bro. And I look at the time like it's 1:58.
Oh, poor you, Dr. Kyle.
They about to drive. They about to drive down the field, and they about to score. I was sick, and I'm watching every drive. Like, Georgia can't get to the quarterback. He's taking off running. He's like, he was throwing dots. Like, this is someone. CJ Stroud has not been this player all season, and he chooses today to be this guy, which is what pissed me off. Like, I've watched CJ Stroud all season. Like, he played himself out of the Heisman because he refused to run at like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". His size, his weight. Like, he refused to be a running quarterback. All of a sudden, why Planet Fitness? What Planet Fitness got to do with this show?
Anthony, that's because Planet Fitness is a rehab center. That's why I'm gonna send you. Okay, come to LA Fitness, get cooked, then go to Planet Fitness and rehab there.
He said he gonna smack. He gonna take your ACL,
your ACL, your MCL, your LCL, your PCL.
Oh my God, all the CLs, bro. You gonna take all that shit. But no, like, so I'm watching CJ Stroud become the quarterback that everyone expected him to become, right? On the national in the Peach Bowl. And I'm like, okay, he improved his draft stock. Definitely. That game definitely improved his draft stock.
Yeah.
But it also showed like Georgia has deficiencies. Like, because Georgia hasn't played. I mean, we did beat Alabama, right? But we haven't. It's been crazy. Like, Georgia hasn't played anyone that's put 30 points on us, because everyone has not put up to 30 points on us. And that's how we've been winning, because we're not putting 30, 40 points on anybody else. We did have to do that against CJ Stroud and Ohio State. And then it got to the kick. This is why you never leave the game. And I know I'm about to say this, and it sounds mean, but you never, ever, ever want to leave that game in the hands of the kickers. You're like, never, ever.
I agree.
So yeah,
I agree.
Unless-
Look at
unless-
me in fantasy football last week. I lost by 0.04 because my
unless you're the Green Bay Packers, because Mason, because Crosby, that man has made a living like winning game on the field goal. Give Rodgers 37 seconds and one timeout. He'll get
you
two
get you
completed
to where you
passes,
need to get right.
three completed
I
passes
was going
and
to
a
say
low
Adam
kick.
Vinatieri.
He's not playing anymore.
I know, but
Yeah.
when he was playing, dude, he was lethal.
Right.
Yeah, no, of
Justin
course.
Tucker. Yeah, so it's
Most kickers, Justin Tucker.
and he missed 2, and that's why I lost the game I lost last week. So I don't know what
Me
you're
too.
talking about.
Me too. Like in my other league, I lost because of Justin Tucker.
He missed 2. Like
I
what?
think I was at Jake's house when that happened too.
You're Justin Tucker.
I
You
want
are
to kick
Justin.
him.
Right.
I
You
want to
are
kick
Justin
him.
Tucker.
You wanna
It's
kick
great.
who?
It's great that we just switched to football because Anthony, you're here. So let's talk about Ron Rivera panicking and deciding he wanted to take Taylor Heineke out of the game.
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
No,
Who was
didn't-
1-4.
Didn't Rivera say that he didn't know they're
And then,
if they
and
lost,
then at
they
the
were
end of the
going to
game,
lose?
I hope he was joking. I really 100% hope he was joking because he looked like it could have been a joke. But then Ron Rivera also has this face. It's very he has this poker face because Riverboat Ron, and so
Hold on. Ron Rivera said a lot of stupid stuff this year, though.
Just this year?
Well, I mean, this is the first year I've paid attention.
So Wetson, this is your segment. Do you want to roast Ron Rivera? Because I have a really good point to make on Ron Rivera's career, real quick. I think Ron Rivera is not the coach.
Anthony's pulling a freaking Mo right here.
Oh my god!
If Matt Ryan's still on my team next year, I'm freaking switching.
We gave him $50 million for 2 years. What do you want to eat $50 million? Like, why? No, he's definitely going to be that team's quarterback next fucking season. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh wow,
that's hilarious.
Wow. So this is what we're doing today, right? We're all going to hell. Is that what's going on? Like, is that really what's good? Because now it's not going to be me. It's going to be y'all.
All aboard.
I'm just gonna watch as the train is leaving the fucking station. I like how Jake is not saying anything, but Jake is probably thinking all of the things. But anyway, Ron Rivera isn't the coach he is without Cameron Newton, and I need this is what I need people to start looking at players as the people that make certain coaches. I'm not gonna say that it happens for everyone, but in this case, Ron Rivera isn't this coach without Cam Newton. He's not getting another job without Cam Newton, as we've seen. He's been
you know who else is not? You know who else is not?
Who?
Bill Belichick.
Really? I mean, they about to make the playoffs though.
He had I'm saying Bill Belichick. No, he was like losing records. Before go Brady.
Oh, I'm not letting you do this. I'm not letting you do
I'm just
this.
letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Sometimes
I'm not.
And ever since he left
before Brady, he had freaking Drew Bledsoe. Come on now.
What's your point?
Drew Bledsoe wasn't that great of a quarterback.
There you
exactly.
Go. It's simple.
Which means he was a mediocre coach and a mediocre player until the GOAT came along.
Wait,
and here we are.
Are you saying Bill Belichick is a mediocre? Like I'm shocked.
Hold on, Harold. Birthday, real quick. Chemo brain is a thing. My mom had it. I get it. I understand.
Okay, good. So that wasn't a joke then. Oof, thank God. We're not going to hell. I mean, y'all not
when people they don't call it chemo brain, they call it cancer brain. When they go through chemo, they tend to forget things, or the chemo basically eats part of their brain and all that. It's a sad thing.
Oh,
but
wow.
moving on.
Okay, that is sad. Moving on. So yes, I'm with you, Anthony. I don't think he knew it was an important game. I don't think he knew it was a must-win game, because if you saw Carson Wentz in 2 must-win games last year with the Colts, right? 2. He lost both. I honestly don't. What?
Hold on.
What?
You're assuming that Ron Rivera ever watched Carson Wentz, ever? Like,
I'm like football is so sad for me this year. I'm gonna cry. Like I don't understand. It's
you have Georgia. Enjoy it. Enjoy Georgia.
You're right.
You
are right. You are right. Like I'm about to be a national champion, bro. I don't care about the NFL.
So no, but I got nothing. I'm not talking about Ron Rivera. I'm not wasting my breath. Like I'm not.
I think it's so insane to me because I'm watching and I'm like, yo, Carson Wentz first drive pick, second drive long pick. He salvages the game.
Oh, hold on, no. You messed out. He throws the ball. It was an obvious bad throw pick. He throws the ball again. You shouldn't have thrown the ball. You should have slid for the first down or something.
Correct. And then at the end of the game,
I think I was watching it and I commented on your thing saying he needs to go back to the Colts because why on earth would you start Carson Wentz over Heineke when Heineke was winning you games?
Right. And that's why I said he panicked because Heineke was having a bad September and players have bad stretches. But I think a bad September is horrible because this is
my head coach is killing Courtney.
I think it's a bad September is horrible because
hey, look at Geno Smith. He made $4.5 million this year on this yards and all that, so it's okay.
He had an
but Anthony, no, for real. I don't know if you ever watched Carson Wentz play for real. Like, if you saw him practice, it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy I'm starting with. Like, there's no way he watched him play.
That's what I'm saying. I think so. This is I was having a conversation with Washington friend of mine, right? Mm-hmm. This was legit. This is a real thing that Commander fans are saying. Carson Wentz has an arm. I want a quarterback with an arm that can throw the ball downfield. Well, guess what? 2 of his picks on Sunday were throwing the ball downfield. So now what?
What should we call it? So
that's what you wanted.
There's a guy on TikTok who makes who makes videos. I think I sent him to both of you before, where he's like, "Hey, look at him to an absolute laser of a cannon to the defense." I'm like, that's why I feel like every time Carson Wentz throwing the ball, it's like he's going through an absolute cannon to the defense. Like,
and I'm watching that game. I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, this is real life. And then to come to the post game, right? And he goes, "We did we really need that game? Like to make? Do we really need that game to make the playoffs? Did we? Get the fuck out of here!" So again, matter of fact, let's go into the weekly picks real quick because we're here.
All right.
I forgot. Is Anthony a Commanders fan?
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool, yeah, so I feel his pain.
Hold on, Jake. You can't see. You haven't read all the painful messages. Like, yo, there's no pain. That's pain talking, right? The man's traumatized. Like,
Anthony just be talking crap about you all day right now, Watson. So it's okay. Food more easy.
She can't read. But Chase Young is a beast. So I mean, Chase Young, but all of these things happen.
Anthony, two out of 3 people here own a Commander's jersey, so we're on your side. Watson, he doesn't have a Commander's jersey. It's okay.
He needs to get one. All right, so Dallas, we all picked Dallas.
Put up the picks.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. So Dallas to Tennessee. I think you're done with Tennessee, right, Watson?
You haven't?
You're done with Tennessee, right? Because
of course. Yeah, absolutely.
This is exactly why I feel like certain coaches are stupid. Because why would you bench? I mean, I guess is Ryan Tannehill hurt?
No, but he's also Ryan Tannehill, so you know.
Derrick Henry didn't play, right?
No.
Oh no, he didn't. So yeah, I think they've given up on their season. Arizona and Atlanta. Wetson, you picked Arizona. Jake and I picked Atlanta. Detroit and Chicago. Again, Jake, you gotta explain this one. I gotta see your face for this one, bro. You gotta explain this one.
I picked
Detroit.
Chicago, didn't I?
Yes, you got to explain it. I want to hear it. I actually want. Like, was there thought that went into it? Or you just like, I need an upset?
No, I just need an upset because Detroit right now. Detroit literally is on the verge of making playoffs, possibly this next week. So Detroit's hot right now, but like I can't pick the same picks you guys pick and expect to win. You can't have a 3-way tie.
They better not. Picks. They better not get a fucking win. I need that 5th pick because I need to either draft. I need no. Fuck.
Hold on, you're not a Colts fan, remember?
Yeah, no. I said they need a 5th pick. Sorry. So can I say one thing real quick? Because I'm about to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs game. So that Kansas City, the Broncos offense. I'm sorry, the Kansas City Broncos game. The Broncos offense looks better.
It did. It looked a little bit more free flowing, a little less stiff. Like it seemed like Russell was able to actually move and play. So, yeah.
Thank you. So who knows, man? Next season, let Russ cook.
All I know is I appreciate the top 3 draft pick Broncos. I appreciate you.
We all picked the Giants to destroy the Colts. That happened. Jake, you picked New Orleans.
Upset number 2 actually picked out. Way to go.
Right. And you know what? I'm gonna need Jake to pick my parlay next week. Okay, I picked Carolina, and I was this fucking close. Okay, this close to getting it, but it's fine. You know, Mike Evans decided to fucking play football. Remember, he's a wide receiver and go catch a fucking ball. This
also, watch the slander of Mike Evans. Okay, 9 straight season over 1,000 plus yards.
Okay, but
9 straight season.
He had the dropsies this year, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. 7 of those seasons was Mr. 2020.
Exactly.
You guys are very funny.
The guy couldn't even see he was catching passes from him.
You guys are very funny. I also picked the Commanders to beat Cleveland, and I don't know why I did that. I should have figured out they were going to play Carson Wentz and said, "No, I'm not picking that fucking shit." You did also, Jake. You picked Houston.
In my defense, Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing that good until this last week.
Bro, I don't understand how the Washington defense made Deshaun Watson look like Tom Brady from 3 years ago, bro. Like, that makes no sense to me. Makes like Super Bowl winning Tom Brady right there. That's what Deshaun Watson looked like.
Yeah, he was scrambling and running. How do I feel about that? I'm upset about it, but what's my opinion going to matter? I'm 3,000 miles away from it.
Jay about to go back to Seattle to beat everybody's ass.
I'm about to fly back to Seattle, hop in JFK, go to Seattle.
Jake, explain your Houston pick real quick. That was another
Houston
one?
pick?
Yeah, that you just went another one right there?
Again, I can't be picking your guys' picks because you can't have a 3-way tie for first. So one out of 3 of us is got to be ballsy and pick the stupid picks, and it's me. It's okay.
You know what? I got to commend Jake because there's one thing that's so 3 things are sure in life: death, taxes, and what was the third one? I don't know. But the 4th most consistent thing in life is Jake will pick Seattle, and he definitely picked the Seahawks against the Jets. Hey.
Hey, I didn't even hear what you guys even said because of what you guys said.
Yo. Wow.
Jake picked Green Bay when everyone else thought that was about to be I don't know if that would have been an upset if Green Bay if Minnesota won that game. No, right? Because they were supposed to. They were the favorites. The favorites to win that. The Chargers, and that was a disappointing game to me.
But hold on. Forget the Chargers though. How did Jair Alexander put the best wide receiver in football on lockdown? I thought Revis Island was back for a second. I thought I was watching the second coming of prime time. That man said you not catching nothing.
Bruh. Locked him up like he was water.
That remind me of like Darius Slay. What you going like week 1 or week 2 against what's his name? Like put the clamps on him. Like, oof. Anyway.
Listen, when I turned in and I saw that and I was facing Mo and I was like, cool, Jay Jet, he's gonna get like 20 points. And I looked down and 1.5 points, and I was like, really? This is how it is. Jay Jet, he cost me the championship in my other league. Mo just laughs.
I'm sorry.
Because I know. Mo's like, take that, white man. That's what you get.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at it on Sunday. I'm like, let's go. As much as I hated it was happening, but I was like, let's go. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to win this one. And then, things happen.
Mo in his head's like, I'm going to get that one win. I'll be 1-5, but it's when it counts.
Right.
Oh, you guys are battling for 3rd place, right?
Yeah, yes. For bronze. Yeah.
Okay.
Jake won this week though.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, with picks?
Oh. Yeah, because it was that stupid Seattle joint.
Oh, Seattle and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Oh,
so he has one more than you. Yeah.
What's the score?
Okay, he has one more than you. That's all I'm saying.
What's the score, Mo?
Why are we doing? We're not doing the scores yet, bro.
We do this every week, bro.
We're not doing the scores yet.
Listen, put that in your pipe and smoke it. You're welcome.
That's all that matters.
That's the whitest saying I've heard outside of
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Hold on. You've heard a lot worse white sayings than that. Come on now.
All right. Season finale starts Saturday. There's news from the NFL. They haven't rescheduled last night's game, and it's not been scheduled into this week, so we don't know if that game is going to be played at all. Still sad. Season finale. Let's go for all the marbles right here, right now. Mo, Weds, Jake. Saturday football, Kansas City, Vegas. I got Kansas City. That's a no-brainer pick right there.
Kansas City. Yeah.
I'm just gonna write Casey for everybody. Tennessee at Saxon. Jacksonville needs this one.
Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville. Yeah.
I guess I'll go Jacksonville. No more King Henry.
No more King. Yeah, you got to put him on ice. There's no need.
Yeah.
Baltimore at Cincinnati, also to be determined.
I got Cincinnati.
I got Baltimore.
So you got Baltimore, you got Cincinnati. See, that game has been put on ice because of what happened last night, and because Cincinnati still needs to play one more game. And Jake, you said you got Baltimore?
Yes, sir.
I will be taking Cincinnati. Yeah, you damn right. I'm not fucking betting on Baltimore. The Colts and the Texans is a toss-up game. I don't even care, to be very honest. Both ass. New England at Buffalo.
Okay, so I don't get to pick. You guys just like skipping me,
Nobody skipped you. You said you got Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh, Tampa Bay and Atlanta. Sorry, Tampa Bay and Atlanta.
Tampa Bay.
Mo.
I guess.
What?
All right.
What?
All right.
Mo, I can't hear you, bro. Is your mic on?
Tampa fucking Bay, bro. New England at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, they need that one, actually. Oh, you're going against?
I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to say New England.
I'm going New England as well.
You're both stupid.
Hold on. What's in this year in football makes no sense, right?
Well, damn,
Yeah.
that's a fair point.
Why go for the obvious pick?
Minnesota at Chicago. This is, you know what's crazy about this game is Minnesota needs to win this game because of what happened last week. But again, the way Minnesota's played, you know what? I'm going Minnesota. It don't matter.
I'm going Minnesota. And I'm guessing Jake's gonna go Chicago.
I'm gonna go Chicago.
Because football, this shit crazy, right, Jake?
I am crazy.
Houston. Oh man, I want Houston to win, so I'm gonna go Houston.
Oh God.
I hope they tie again. Like, to be very honest, I hope they tie again.
Indianapolis.
I'm picking a tie.
You said you're picking the tie.
I'm picking a tie.
Pick one, man.
I can't pick a tie. That's an option. No, okay, fine.
No, it's not an option. You gotta pick.
Houston.
Okay, yeah. You know what's funny about this? Houston and Chicago both play for the number 1 spot. And I just hate Houston so much. I hope they win so that Chicago gets that number 1. But I mean, if Chicago gets number 1, they're still not drafting a quarterback because I think they're satisfied with Justin Fields. Are you do you think Chicago's satisfied with Justin Fields?
I mean, you don't have a better option.
Sure. New York Jets at Miami.
No,
Miami.
it doesn't matter because Miami's out of the playoffs. So, let's go Jets.
They both are. You going Jets? I'm going Miami.
Fins up.
Yeah.
Colt McCoy.
You said who? They really Colt McCoy?
No, I think he's in Arizona.
It's some random guy. See, Miami's such an unfortunate situation because they were at some point Miami was undefeated. I remember Miami was undefeated at some point this season, like in the 6-0s or something or 7s, and then they just shit the bed. And then they went 4 straight losses. That's crazy. What's pissing me off about football and about Ron Rivera is Miami went 4 straight losses and still started what's his name? Tua. You still gotta go with your guy, man.
Yeah, but his brain was scrambled.
Okay, moving on. Carolina and New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I got New Orleans.
I'll go Carolina.
Of course you will.
Yeah.
It just makes sense for Jake to just pick somebody. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. You know, I'm going Pittsburgh.
I'm going Cleveland.
Wow.
I'll go Pittsburgh.
You know what's funny is that Pittsburgh could make the playoffs if they win this game and other things happen.
The sole reason why I'm picking the Steelers is because I hope that your boy Nicholas Trubisky III doesn't get anything. So.
Wow. I mean, he didn't do last week, so you know what? I feel like I say this every week, but I hate Kevin Stefanski. Moving on. The Chargers at Denver. Chargers need this game. I want to say Russ Cooks. And this is very, you know what? No. I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
You're not going Russ? Jake, you should change your pick right now, man. You don't
want no, because I want a top 3 pick for my team, so we need them to lose.
Oh, that makes sense. New York Giants, the Giants of New York at Philadelphia. When is Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts coming back?
I'm not too sure.
Wow.
The playoffs.
Okay, so he's on ice.
Yeah, I'm going Giants.
I'm going Philly.
I'm going Philly.
You just want Saquon to go off.
I do. I need Saquon to get like 15 touchdowns.
Okay. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jones might be sitting. It's crazy. Hopefully. Yeah, Jalen Hurts needs to get one more game rep before the playoffs. So Arizona and San Francisco.
San Fran.
San Fran.
Damn, Jake. What happened? You've picked 2 upsets and you're done.
Yeah,
Jake said I got 2 upsets and the Rams at Seattle. Jake, who you going?
Seattle.
Rams.
Okay.
Baby Goat Baker.
Baby Goat Baker. I still can't believe you won that game. Coming back. Dallas at Washington. Dallas.
I'm gonna go Commanders.
I'm gonna go Dallas.
You know, I actually feel like Jake might win this one though. I feel like the Commanders might play. I feel like the Commanders might play spoiler. Anthony, do you think they're gonna start Sam Howell or not? Because at this point, you want to start your rookie, right? You want to get him some reps. Detroit at Green Bay. I'm going Detroit.
Who you got, Woods?
Damn. I want to go Detroit. But I hate that.
Hold on. Let me say this because I know exactly what it's going to make you say. I'm going Detroit because if Detroit beats Green Bay, Seattle's in the playoffs.
Detroit is also in the playoffs.
No, Detroit won't make playoffs if Seattle wins.
Oh, if Seattle wins, but Seattle got to win.
Seattle has to win, and Detroit has to beat Green Bay for Seattle to make playoffs. Now, with that in mind, Wedson, what do you pick, Detroit or Green Bay?
Green Bay.
I knew it. No, see.
I was actually writing Green Bay down for him already. But you're right though. Sam Howell is Taylor 2.0. So the Commanders still need a quarterback. Before we go real quick. So we've seen all of these teams, right? Jacksonville, Detroit. What are the sleeper team? What were the teams that you saw this season and said they were not? I mean, Seattle is one of them. That, at the start of the season, even Jake was like, Seattle is going to be, if Seattle wins
I said 3 wins. 3 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first game on Sunday is TBD because the Cincinnati didn't play, so they haven't played their game yet. And because that game had the last night's game had a lot of playoff implications, they don't know if Cincinnati's going to play that game, or no, they don't know if Cincinnati's going to play the last game. But it's funny though, they said TBD for that one. And they left, not for the Buffalo game, which, to be honest, is crazy. But yeah, so Jake, you said if Seattle wins 3 games, they'll be blessed. Here you guys are at what, 8-8?
Yeah, 8-8 on the verge of making playoffs, which I
never
thought
thought would happen. How does that feel? How do you feel about that?
It makes me feel good to make it. So this whole season, our defense has been up and down, right?
Correct.
Our defense with our rookies, there's the games where it's like, holy crap, we're doing amazing. And then when we lost those, 4 or 5 games in a row, it's like, oh my God, our defense is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the one thing that's proven to be our strength is our wide receivers. And then with Kenneth Walker emerging as the star rookie running back, potentially offensive rookie of the year, I feel blessed because Seattle could have been a lot worse.
Correct.
What do you expect?
What?
We're gonna have a top 3 draft pick.
Okay, on top of all of that, you get a top 3 draft pick. That's crazy. Hey Wetson, who was your sleeper team for the season?
Sleeper team?
Like, who was the team that you saw like, oh my god, they weren't gonna do anything, and like they're all in the playoffs?
Probably Green Bay.
Really? I thought Green Bay was already like a playoff team. I didn't see them not making the
Did you
playoffs,
see?
though.
Did you see them? Did you see how they started?
I mean,
Did you
yes,
see that Green Bay
based
team?
on, I agree with you, but based on how they started, yes. But like in the start of the season when we were doing our rounds, I don't think any one of us ever said Green Bay wasn't gonna make the playoffs.
That's
my
true.
team,
That's
my
true.
team, to be honest, is between Jacksonville and Detroit. Because when we look at Detroit's off, and I think after Detroit's first game against the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
I think my mind started to change on Detroit being something, right?
Oh no,
Because
that was the deciding game for me. It was game one. I watched them play, and I watched them put up 35 on the Eagles defense. I'm like, yeah, like I believe in them. So
yeah, it's because I mean, if no one thought the Lions were gonna make any noise, but that game was like, okay, they put up 30-some points on that Philly defense. But they went on that stretch where they went like 1-4, and they couldn't stop anybody from scoring. And then they've gone on a tear.
Just saying they gave up like 45 to 50 points to Seattle. Just saying.
Yes, and then they went on a tear. They're 8-8 right now with a chance to make the playoffs. That is crazy to me. I would have never guessed that. But
with
also,
Jared Goff and his former team is what 4 and
is what we expected them to be. And then you look at Jacksonville, right? With maybe it's, how do you say, Redson?
You say what?
With Maybelline as a quarterback.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah. And then it's like, how the fuck are they about to make the playoffs right now? How are they about to win that division? Because they're not just gonna make the playoffs; they're gonna win the division, bro. If they beat Tennessee, they win the division, and they already have a
for real.
Mm-hmm. Jacksonville's gonna win it if they win.
If Jacksonville beats Tennessee on Sunday, they win the division and make the playoffs. Exactly. Like
That's a terrible division,
bro. There was no way in hell that I even saw it. I'm like, Tennessee cakewalks this division again. That's my mind. Cakewalks this division, gets to the playoffs, and does nothing. I didn't see this. And biggest meltdown so far.
The Raiders, easy.
Oh, right. We had so much hope for them. I had such a high season for them. I think another big meltdown for me is Miami.
Yeah.
Because of how they started. They started so hot. They were the best team in the league. Super fast offense. No one could see them. And here we are.
I think the biggest meltdown, and you guys already even mentioned this team, is the Rams. Defending Super Bowl champs, and they can't even win a game.
Well, that's a letdown. That's a big letdown. It's a huge letdown, honestly, because you can't even get back to the playoffs.
I think they're having that defending champ wise. I think in NFL history is one of the worst repeating seasons.
Yes.
Or the season after winning the Super Bowl, they're having one of the worst seasons. So
yes. So it's interesting. This season has definitely been interesting, and this is the season finale. And this is our first year doing the show, or this is our first. This is gonna be our second year doing the show, but I'm ready for what this year has to offer, and this is only the first day. We've had so much to talk about in terms of player safety, sports safety, and all that good stuff.
Mo, did we pick a team to slander or no?
I don't know. Go ahead, pick, because there's so many, bro. There's so many.
No, I'm asking you.
I slandered Ron Rivera. I picked the head coach to slander. So you can pick a team or a head coach or somebody to slander. Go ahead. It's on you now.
William Jefferson Belichick.
Are you serious right now? Wait, where did the Jefferson come from?
From the Slave Masters.
Wow. Okay. Why are you slandering Bill Belichick? That's a very interesting pick to slander.
Because his arrogance is keeping the team from being great.
I mean,
That's
they did
why.
win a game though.
Again, his arrogance keeping the team from being great. Instead of going out there, listen to people who know better, people who watch certain things, scouts, make the right picks. He just says, "Oh yeah, I could pick this barista, this Starbucks barista, and make him into a top, wide receiver."
Are you slandering Starbucks baristas?
No, I'm simply.
Next time we go to Starbucks, Watson, I'm going to tell him what you said.
I'm definitely tripping. I'm definitely snitching on you, bro.
Hold on. Mo, I got somebody to slander, and it's in defense of one of you two, okay?
Oh, man.
But so...
Najee Harris, how dare you let my boy down and get 600 yards this year? You had so much potential.
Jacob!
You were drafted a second rounder, actually a first rounder, top 5 pick, and you get 600 yards this year, costing Wetson countless wins. He could have had 6 instead of 5. Horrible. I just want to let you know that you let us down.
Wow. Okay. On that note, we're gonna sign out. Thank you for watching, Anthony. Thank you for commenting. We will see you guys next week again. Happy New Year, and we are out. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also share. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I hate Jacob.
We're on Facebook, Twitter. We'll see you next week.
Play ball.
There you go.
There it is. There's a winner. Look at that.
Back. Gone. We have a chance.
Showdown.
Yankees 12, Red Sox 11. He's gone. He couldn't go all the way.
No hay arquero. ¿Quién le pega? ¡Golazo! Well, there's a long ball through and... Oh, my God!